My best friend's hidden agenda ruined everything for me. Before we begin the story, make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss more incredible stories every day. My best friend smiles while HR reads my confession aloud. HR manager Keen slides a printed email across the table like it's a dead thing. My name sits at the bottom in crisp, corporate font. I knowingly forwarded proprietary client data to an outside contact. My stomach does that falling through the floor thing because I never wrote it. Keen doesn't look angry. He looks tired. Maya, the client's counsel already has this. The metadata says it came from your mailbox at 9:18 p.m. on May 14th. Keen taps the page with a pen. This wasn't forwarded once. It was forwarded, then deleted, then recovered, like you wanted it found. That sequence isn't normal. Tessa lets out a tiny, practiced sigh. He's right, Maya. You've been making choices. I hear my voice come out thin. My tongue feels glued to my teeth. That wasn't me. Across from me, Jordan keeps his hands folded like he's praying. He won't meet my eyes. Next to him sits Tessa, my ride or die since college. Perfect hair, perfect blazer, perfect concern. She reaches for my knee under the table. Babe, she whispers, like we're the ones dating. Just tell the truth. They'll go easier. I jerk away. Don't. Keen clears his throat. We also have a screenshot of you admitting it in a group chat. Tessa turns her phone so Keen can see. On the screen, a gray iMessage bubble from me at 9:26 p.m. I messed up. Please don't tell Jordan. I needed the money. I can't breathe. That chat. I've never seen that chat. Jordan finally speaks, voice flat. You told me you didn't need help. Then you sold your work? Tessa presses her lips together, eyes shiny. I tried to stop her. I swear. Everything inside me screams that this is wrong, but the room is full of paper that says otherwise. Keen folds his hands. We're placing you on administrative leave pending investigation. Turn in your badge. I stumble into the hallway, and my phone lights up. Apple ID sign-in, 2:13 a.m. The alert shows Tessa's email, and my hands go numb. Tessa and I meet the first week of junior year, in the line for campus IDs. I'm the quiet transfer kid clutching a folder of forms. She's the girl who talks to the security guard like they're old friends. When my photo comes out looking like a mugshot, she laughs with me, not at me, and then buys me coffee because first impressions are fake, Maya. At the cafe near campus, she slides into the booth like she owns it. Tell me your whole life story, she says, and somehow I do. My dad left. I hate conflict. I want a normal, boring future. She nods like she's taking notes for my benefit. After that, she's everywhere. Study sessions, grocery runs, breakups. When my mom's car dies on the freeway, Tessa drives out in the rain. She also makes herself essential in tiny ways I mistake for love. You never answer unknown numbers, she says one afternoon, taking my phone when it rings. It's probably spam. She declines the call, then holds the screen between us like she's teaching me. See? Protect your peace. Another time, I panic over a late paper, and she emails my TA from my account. I'm horrified and grateful in the same breath. Is that okay? I ask. Tessa shrugs. It's done. You're welcome. I should have taken my phone back. Instead, I let her set up my passcode, something you'll remember when you're stressed, and she watches my thumbs like a coach. Years later, when I land my first real job in Chicago, she helps me move into a shoebox apartment in Logan Square. She insists on cleaning your digital footprint. You're talented, she tells me, tapping my forehead like it's a button, but you're not strategic. Let me help you not get eaten alive. When Jordan comes along, steady, warm, the kind of person who texts home safe, Tessa is thrilled. Too thrilled. She calls him our upgrade, jokes that she vetted him, and gets his number for emergencies. Trust me, she says, eyes wide and sincere. I only want good things for you. So when she asks for my iCloud password to sync your photos before you lose them, I hand it over like I'm offering a cup of sugar. I don't see her glance at the password field twice. The first crack is stupid small, the kind of thing you tell yourself doesn't count. It's March 3rd, a Friday, and Jordan and I are supposed to meet for dinner at 7 o'clock at Little Bird Cafe, the same place our friend group always meets on Sundays. I'm at my desk late, finalizing slides for a Monday client pitch, when my calendar pings. Dinner moved to 8:30. I don't remember moving it, but I'm drowning, so I accept the mercy. At 7:12, Jordan texts, "Where are you?" I call immediately. My calendar said 8:30. What calendar? His voice is tight. I've been here for 40 minutes. Tessa said you weren't coming because you needed space. My mouth goes dry. Why would she? Behind him, I hear the cafe noise, then Tessa's laugh, bright and polished. Jordan lowers his voice. She showed me your message. What message? There's a pause. Maya, don't do this. When I get there, Tessa is in the booth like a queen. She slides her phone across the table with a sympathetic tilt. On screen is a text thread labeled Maya with a bubble. Can you tell Jordan I can't do tonight? I'm overwhelmed. Please don't make it a thing. That's not. I start. Tessa's eyes widen, wounded. Why would I fake that? Jordan stares at the table. So you're saying Tessa is lying? I feel insane. I scroll, searching for the same text on my phone. It isn't there. Not in iMessage. Not in recently deleted. Nothing. My hands shake as I show Jordan. See? It doesn't exist. Tessa's voice stays gentle, like she's soothing a skittish dog. Maybe you deleted it and forgot. You've been stressed. I hate how reasonable it sounds. I hate how Jordan's posture changes, like he's slowly bracing for disappointment. On the walk home, Tessa loops her arm through mine. I covered for you, she murmurs. Next time, just be honest. People don't like being jerked around. I didn't ask you to cover for me. I say. She smiles without warmth. You never ask. That's why you need me. Google Calendar shows the change came from a device named Tessa's iPad. By April, little cracks become bruises. I work as a project lead at a mid-sized marketing firm downtown. It's not glamorous, but it's mine. I'm the reliable one, the woman who shows up early with color-coded notes. Tessa loves that story about me, until it stops being useful. 3 days after the calendar thing, my manager forwards me an email from the Asterly account. Why are you sending us outdated numbers? Attached is a version of our budget spreadsheet from February. The pitch is Monday. If the client thinks we're sloppy, we lose the contract. I didn't send that. I say, already opening sent mail. The email is there. From me. Timestamp. April 17th, 11:06 p.m. I'm asleep at 11:06 p.m. I'm the kind of person who falls asleep watching cooking videos. My manager sighs. Maya, I like you. But this is becoming a pattern. A pattern of what? My voice cracks. Being sabotaged? He gives me the look adults give toddlers. Okay, just fix it. I fix it barely. We keep the account. But after the meeting, my manager pulls me aside. HR wants a note in your file. It's a warning, not a firing. Don't spiral. When I tell Tessa over drinks, she reacts like a protective sister. Who do I need to call? She demands, loud enough for nearby tables to hear. Then, quieter. Give me your laptop tonight. I'll help you lock everything down. I hesitate. I can handle. Maya, her smile is tight. You're drowning. Let me throw you a rope. At my apartment, she takes over my kitchen table like it's a command center. She changes passwords, installs a security app I've never heard of, and insists on writing them down in case you forget. Jordan watches, uneasy. Later, when Tessa goes to the bathroom, he whispers, she's a lot. She's helping. I say, because admitting otherwise feels like stepping off a cliff. Tessa comes back and kisses my forehead. You're safe now, she says. At 2:09 a.m. My phone buzzes with a Gmail alert. New forwarding address added. The next month feels like living in fog, while everyone else breathes clean air. Sunday brunch at Little Bird used to be our ritual. Pancakes, gossip, Tessa holding court. Now when I walk in, conversations dip like someone turned the volume down. Phones appear. Eye contact disappears. It's subtle, which makes it worse. Priya, my coworker from the desk cluster by the windows, texts me during the week. People are asking if you're okay. Like really okay. She adds a screenshot from Slack where someone says, hope Maya's getting help. When I ask Jordan what people are saying, his jaw flexes. Tessa told me you've been impulsive. Impulsive how? He doesn't answer immediately, which is an answer. She said you took out a loan. That you're hiding debt. What? No. I grab my banking app and shove it toward him. Look. My balances. My credit score. Everything's normal. Jordan doesn't even look. You shouldn't have to prove you're not lying. I stare at him. Then why does it feel like I do? That night, I scroll back through my texts with Tessa looking for where this narrative starts. Half our thread is missing. Not just individual messages, whole days. Like someone took an eraser to my life. I call Tessa, trying to keep my voice calm. Did you tell people I'm in debt? She gasps theatrically. Maya, no. I said you seemed stressed, and I worried about you. If they assumed. You told Jordan I'm impulsive. Maya, the way she says my name makes me feel 12. You have been. You're snapping at me, accusing me, acting paranoid. I'm trying to protect you from yourself. From myself. When I hang up, Jordan is already packing a duffel bag. I'm going to my sister's for a few days, he says. This is a lot. I want to scream. Instead, I swallow it like I always do. After he leaves, I sit on the floor by the couch and replay every moment with Tessa, searching for the line where help turns into control. My brain offers a horrifying possibility. What if she's right? What if I'm losing it? My inbox refreshes, revealing an urgent thread I swear never existed. The urgent thread is from my manager, dated May 10th. Subject: your access may be suspended. Body: Maya, IT flagged unusual sign-ins to your Google Workspace. Please confirm it's you. If not, HR will get involved. I never saw it. It's marked red at 8:02 p.m. on May 10th, when I'm at Tessa's place, helping her hang balloon arches for her influencer friend's baby shower. I remember because she makes me redo the arch 3 times while filming. I drive to work early and pull Priya into a conference room like I'm about to confess a crime. I think someone's inside my accounts, I say, and I think it's her. Priya doesn't laugh. She asks, do you have the login history? We sit with my laptop between us and go to Gmail security. My recent activity shows a session from an IP address ending in 113 at 2:13 a.m. on May 14th. Location: Cedar Heights, the suburb where Tessa lives. My throat closes. I was asleep in Logan Square. Priya nods, already screenshotting. Okay, next, forwarding rules. We click Settings, Forwarding, and pop/IMAP. There it is, a forwarding address I don't recognize. Tessa. Emma Proton. Me. Added May 12th. Confirmed May 13th. Every message with Asterly, contract, or invoice is set to forward. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Priya keeps her voice steady. Did you ever click a link she sent you? Did she ever have your phone unlocked? I think of the passcode. The iCloud. Her hand's on my laptop like she owns it. Her security app. I whisper, she has everything. Priya looks at me hard. Then you need to stop reacting and start documenting. Today, screenshots with timestamps. Export logs. And don't tip her off. What do I do if she asks? You lie. Priya says, like it's the simplest thing in the world. You smile. You act normal. And you quietly build a case. My hands are shaking as I download the Google sign-in report. The file name saves as securitycheck_Maya_Roberts_0515. CSV. My phone warns location sharing is on. Tessa can see me. Acting normal around Tessa becomes performance art. I keep my voice light when I text her. Miss you. Want coffee? She replies in seconds. Of course, Angel. You sound better. Proud of you. We meet at Little Bird on May 18th. She arrives in cream trousers, glossy lips, and the same calm smile she wore in HR. She orders for me without asking. Oat milk latte, extra cinnamon. Like she's reminding everyone she knows me best. I hate that you're spiraling, she says, stirring her drink. Jordan told me you accused him of not supporting you. I didn't, I say carefully. Did he show you our messages? Tessa tilts her head. Why would you need to see them? Maya, that's obsessive. I smile anyway, just trying to remember what I said. She leans in, lowering her voice like it's intimacy. You get like this when you're ashamed. I'm not judging you. I'm helping you clean up. After coffee, I do my first test. I email Jordan from my work account. Can we talk tonight? Then I wait. 2 minutes later, Tessa texts. Did you just email Jordan? Don't overwhelm him. My skin goes cold. She shouldn't see my work email anymore. Unless she's still forwarding it. I go to a phone repair shop near my apartment. Bright fluorescent lights, bins of cracked screens. I don't tell the guy my whole story. I just ask him to check for weird profiles or device management. He plugs my phone into a computer and frowns. You have a configuration profile installed, he says. Not Apple. Looks like one of those family safety tools. I didn't install that, I whisper. He prints a receipt with the profile name and install date. Safe Nest Mobile. Installed April 17th, 11:58 p.m. April 17th. The night Tessa secured my laptop. On the way out, my phone buzzes with a Google prompt. Approve sign-in from iPad. I hit deny and screenshot it. The prompt shows the device name, Tessa's iPad. I take a breath and do the second test. I tell Tessa a lie. I'm meeting Keen tomorrow. I text her. HR wants a follow-up. She replies, good. Tell him you're ready to accept responsibility. Priya already booked HR for next week, so Tessa's guessing. By May 22nd, I stop asking am I crazy and start asking how. Priya sits with me after work in an empty conference room, laptop open, sleeves rolled. Email headers, she says. They're like fingerprints. We pull up the confession, email Keen printed, and request the original from IT. When it arrives, Priya points to the header line. Received from 172.16 by SMTP, then the public IP, 73.44.18. 113, the same one from the 2:13 a.m. sign-in. Cedar Heights. That's her home internet. I whisper. It's someone on her network, Priya corrects. Could be her. Could be anyone in her house. But combined with the forwarding rule, it's not random. Then we dig into the group chat screenshot. I zoom in until pixels blur. The font looks off. The timestamp placement is wrong. Priya opens a website called iFake Text Message and shows me a template that matches it exactly. People fake these all the time, she says. You need something harder to fake. We find it in my Apple ID settings. Under Devices, there's an iPad listed I've never owned. Tessa's iPad, via family sharing. The last backup time? May 14th, 2:15 a.m. My throat burns. She backed up my phone to her iPad. Priya nods grimly. That SafeNest profile can mirror notifications. It can also block messages from showing up on your device while still logging them elsewhere. So that's how my texts vanish. That's how she shows Jordan things I can't find. She's not just lying. She's controlling the record. When I tell Jordan, carefully, with screenshots, his face goes pale. So you're saying she's been reading my texts? I'm saying she's been reading mine, I say, and using them. Jordan rubs his temples. Why would she do that? I don't have an answer. Not yet. Then Keen emails me an update. The client's counsel is requesting a formal statement because Maya admitted selling data for cash. My job isn't just at risk now, my career is. My Zelle history shows $2,500 from JR on May 14th. JR is Jordan Reyes. When I show him the Zelle entry, his face drains. I never sent you money. It says you did, I whisper. And HR thinks I sold data for cash. Jordan opens his phone and pulls up his bank app with shaking hands. There's a matching entry, $2,500 sent to Maya R. May 14th, 2:16 a.m. He looks at me like I'm a stranger. I was asleep. My mind tries to build a bridge between facts, and it keeps collapsing. How would she even? Jordan swallows. Tessa asked for my phone at brunch. Remember? She said she needed to show me a photo of you laughing again, and her hands were full. I do remember. I remember feeling oddly grateful that she cared. I remember her setting his phone down face up, just for a second, while she refilled mimosas. Priya doesn't let me spiral. She makes a list on a yellow legal pad. Emails. Calendar. SafeNest profile. Zelle transfer. Fake iMessages. Then she circles one question. Why? The answer starts showing up in places I never thought to look. I search my Gmail for Asterly and notice a forwarded copy of a message that never reached me. An email from Asterly's VP, dated May 12th, addressed to Tessa. M at Proton. Me. Subject. Freelance proposal, confidential. Body. Tessa, thanks for reaching out. Can you send a sample deck? My heart hammers. She didn't just frame me. She used the chaos as an opening. We check my Google Drive activity. A folder titled Asterly_2025_strategy has been accessed from Cedar Heights at 1:54 a.m. on May 14th. The last editor on my draft deck? Maya Roberts. But the version history shows a new user agent, iPadOS 16.5, Tessa's iPad. Jordan's voice is hollow. She's trying to take your client. And my job, I add. And you. The pattern is suddenly so obvious it makes me nauseous. Every time I get stable, new relationship, promotion talk, savings goal, Tessa inserts herself as the gatekeeper. She doesn't want me happy. She wants me manageable. Priya looks me dead in the eye. If she's pitching Asterly, she needs you discredited first. My phone buzzes with a text from Tessa. Dinner tomorrow? I have big news. I go to dinner because disappearing would spook her, and spooking her is dangerous. Priya sits in my passenger seat while I park down the block from Tessa's building. She clips a tiny microphone, cheap Amazon, $19.99, to the inside of my purse. Voice memo is already running, she says. If she says anything incriminating, you keep her talking. My mouth tastes like pennies. I don't know if I can. Priya grips my arm. You already are. You walked into HR and didn't collapse. You can do this. Tessa's place is staged like a magazine. Candles lit, charcuterie arranged, a ring light facing the dining table like we're about to film an apology video. She hugs me too long. Angel, she purrs. I've been worried sick. I force a smile. You said you had news. Oh. She claps her hands. I got a meeting with Asterly's VP. Huge. And I told her I have a brilliant strategist on my team. My chest tightens. Team. Tessa pours wine like she's soothing a baby. Maya, you're in trouble at work. It's not your fault. You're not built for politics. But I can save you. She slides a folder across the table. Inside is a contract for something called Maven Collective Consulting. The pay looks good. The fine print makes my skin crawl. Client materials become property of Maven Collective. You want me to sign over my work? I say, keeping my voice light. Tessa sighs like I'm exhausting her. I want you safe. If you cooperate, I can tell Keen you're remorseful. I can tell Jordan you're stable. I can fix this narrative. And if I don't, her smile stays. Her eyes don't. Then you keep flailing. And people will believe what they already think. I swallow. What do they think? She leans forward, voice soft. That you're desperate. That you take money from men. That you make reckless choices. My stomach turns at the accuracy, because she made it accurate on paper. I tap the purse mic casually, praying Priya's recording works. Tessa, did you add that forwarding address? Tessa laughs, delighted. Maya, you're adorable. Then her hand comes down on my wrist, nails digging in, and she whispers, you should stop digging before you hurt yourself. On my drive home, my phone updates, Safe Nest Mobile, permissions changed, admin access granted. That night, I factory reset my phone on Priya's couch. First, she says, we preserve evidence before you wipe anything. She makes me airdrop everything to her laptop. Screenshots of the Gmail forwarding rule, the sign-in report CSV, the Google prompt, the drive version history, the Safe Nest receipt from the repair shop, Jordan's bank screenshot showing the 2:16 a.m. Zelle transfer. We label each file with dates like we're building an exhibit. Priya opens the email headers and points to the received chain. Same Cedar Heights IP, she says. Jordan sits across from us, elbows on knees, staring into space. I handed her my phone, he says quietly. I thought she was showing me pictures. You thought you were being cared for, I say, and his eyes flicker with shame. We decide we need two kinds of proof, technical and human. Technical is Keen. Human is the friend group. Priya drafts an email to HR with the subject line, requesting immediate review, evidence of unauthorized access and identity misuse. She attaches a zipped folder titled MY_evidence_packet_0523 and writes, in plain language, what each receipt proves. No drama. No adjectives. Just facts. Then we pick the reveal venue. Tessa has been blasting Instagram stories about her Maven Collective Launch Plus fundraiser on May 28th at a rented event space in River North. She's invited everyone, my coworkers, Jordan, the brunch crew, even people from my office. It's where she plans to announce her new partnership. She wants witnesses, Priya says. So do we. Jordan looks up. If we confront her there, she'll spin it. Not if we control the timeline, Priya replies. So we build the trap. HR gets the packet before the fundraiser. Jordan meets Keen that afternoon. Priya brings a hotspot and copies of every log. I act like I'm signing her contract, long enough to get her talking. And for the final punch, Priya makes a shared Google Drive folder with view-only access and a public link set to anyone with the link, then schedules an email to the whole group for 8:45 p.m., 5 minutes after Tessa's planned speech. If she tries to rewrite the story writes itself. Tessa texts, where read, match me, and my stomach drops. On May 28th, River North smells like money. The event space is exposed brick and rented confidence. A banner reads Maven Collective in gold letters. Tessa spots me the second I walk in and beams like she's about to propose. "You look perfect," she says, smoothing my red dress like I'm her doll. "I wanted to support you," I say, and it tastes like ash. Jordan is already there, standing near the bar with Priya. His eyes meet mine, steady, apologetic. Earlier that afternoon, he sat in Keen's office and watched Keen's face tighten as the evidence packet opened. Keen is here too, in the back, not mingling. Tessa clinks a glass. "Speech time," she sings. People gather. Phones rise. Tessa takes the mic. "Tonight is about women supporting women," she begins, voice syrupy. "I built Maven Collective from scratch, but I couldn't do it without my amazing friends, especially Maya, who has always been my person." She reaches for my hand and tugs me up beside her. Cameras flash. My pulse pounds against my ribs. Tessa leans into the mic. "Maya's been going through a hard season. She made some mistakes at work and—" "Stop," I say. Priya steps forward with a small projector remote and clicks. The screen behind us, previously showing the Maven logo, switches to a spreadsheet. Google Workspace sign-in report. Maya Roberts. May 14th, 2:13 a.m. IP 73. 44. 18. 113, Cedar Heights. A murmur ripples through the room. Tessa's eyes flick to the screen, then back to me. "What is this?" I keep my voice steady. "A log. It shows my account accessed from your network." Tessa laughs too loudly. "That's insane. Maya, you're embarrassing yourself." Priya clicks again. Forwarding rule. Tessa. M at Proton. Me. Added May 12th. Click. Jordan's bank screenshot. $2,500 sent. May 14th. 2:16 a.m. Jordan steps forward. "Tessa, why was my phone used to send money at 2:16 a.m.? For the first time all night, Tessa's voice cracks. "Jordan, don't be dramatic." Keen stands up in the back. "MS. Mercer," he says, calm as a scalpel. "We need to speak privately." Tessa's face turns toward him, then back to me, and the sweetness drains out. She hisses, barely audible, "You're dead to me." Priya's scheduled email hits inboxes in 5 minutes. The room doesn't explode at once. It curdles. Tessa recovers fast. She always does. She steps toward the mic, palms out. "Okay, wow. This is a mental health situation. Maya has been under extreme stress. She's misreading normal security logs." Priya cuts in, voice clear. "These aren't normal logs. Keen has the originals from IT. And here's the SafeNest profile install record." She holds up the repair shop receipt, the black ink loud against white paper. SafeNest Mobile. Installed April 17th, 11:58 p.m. Tessa's eyes flick to it. "That proves nothing." Jordan's voice shakes, but he doesn't back down. "You asked for my phone. You sent money from it. Why?" Tessa's smile wobbles. "Because you're gullible." The word lands like a slap. A few people gasp. Cameras tilt. He moves closer, professional even here. "We also traced the Proton address to an account created with your recovery phone number," he says. "And the forwarding confirmation was approved from an iPad registered to your Apple ID." Tessa's jaw tightens. "You can't prove I touched her accounts." I take the mic. My hands are cold, but my voice holds. "I can prove you talked about touching them." I pull my phone from my clutch and hit play. The tiny purse mic did its job. Tessa's recorded voice fills the room, soft and lethal. "If you cooperate, I can fix this narrative. If you don't, people will believe what they already think. Then, you should stop digging before you hurt yourself." Silence drops like a curtain. Tessa's face goes slack for a second. Then she laughs, sharp. "You recorded me? After everything I've done for you?" Priya clicks the projector again, and a final email thread appears. Asterly VP Tessa. M at Proton. Me. Send a sample deck. Attached is a PDF with a familiar design style, my design style, and the file name reads, Maya Roberts _work samples. PDF. Jordan looks at Tessa like she's a stranger. "You were going to take her work and call it yours." Tessa lifts her chin. She wasn't using it well. My stomach turns from clarity. This isn't a mistake. It's a strategy. I was never her equal. I was her inventory. Keen turns his phone toward me, and I see the missing piece. Keen pulls me aside near the back hallway, away from the gold banner and the phones. On his screen is an email from Asterly's counsel, timestamped 8:47 p.m. 2 minutes after Priya's folder link hit everyone's inbox. Subject: unauthorized disclosure. Keen speaks quietly. They reviewed the headers you provided. The outbound message that leaked data didn't go to a journalist or a competitor. It went to the Proton address tied to Tessa. My knees almost give out. So they know it wasn't me. They know your credentials were used, he says. Which matters legally, but it changes the narrative. HR is rescinding your termination recommendation. He pauses. You're still on leave until we finish the investigation. But you're not the villain. Back in the main room, Tessa tries to sell explanations to people who won't meet her eyes. I was protecting Maya, she insists. She begged me to handle her mess. She's embarrassed, so she's twisting it. Jordan steps back when she reaches for him. Don't touch me. That breaks something in her. Fine, she snaps, loud enough for everyone. Go back to your pathetic little life. You think she'll ever choose you over drama? Priya whispers, mask is fully off, and I almost laugh, because it's true. Security arrives, called by the venue manager after Keen shows his badge and asks for a private space. Tessa's voice rises, then fractures into a sob that feels more like rage than sadness. She points at me like I'm a traitor to a country. You're nothing without me, she spits. I don't answer. I'm done feeding her. The next day, I file a police report for identity theft and unauthorized access. The officer gives me a case number. I bring Keen my phone's device list and the SafeNest profile details. IT confirms the configuration profile wasn't company issued. Jordan sits across from me at my kitchen table, eyes red. I'm sorry, he says. I believed her because she sounded certain. I reply, and we both go quiet. Not everything snaps back into place. My leave means my paycheck stops. I cancel a vacation. I pay $650 for a consult with a lawyer who tells me, gently, that truth is expensive. Keen sends an HR hearing invite with Tessa's name on it. The HR hearing is not cinematic. It's fluorescent lighting, a bottle of lukewarm water, and people reading documents like they're eating glass. Keen sits at the head of the table. Tessa sits 3 chairs away from me, makeup flawless, nails perfect, smile brittle. She doesn't look at me until she thinks the room is on her side. Keen walks through the timeline like a surgeon. May 12th forwarding rule. May 14th sign-ins from Cedar Heights. May 14th Zelle transfer from Jordan's phone. SafeNest profile installed April 17th. Version history edits from iPadOS 16. 5. My audio recording. The Asterly outreach email. When it's Tessa's turn, she tries one last story. Maya asked me to help. She's overwhelmed. I stepped in. Keen doesn't raise his voice. Then why was the Proton account created with your recovery number and your iPad? He slides a printed page across. And why does this audio capture you threatening her if she keeps digging? For the first time, Tessa looks small. Not remorseful. Cornered. She whispers. I did it because she was wasting her life. Keen's expression doesn't change. That is not an acceptable reason. The outcome is messy but real. The company issues a no trespass order for Tessa, reports the unauthorized access to their legal team, and clears my record of confession because it's demonstrably fabricated. I don't get a fairy tale promotion. I get my job back with conditions, more security training, and a new badge that feels heavier than the old one. Jordan and I don't glue ourselves back together overnight. We do slow dinners, hard conversations, therapy. Some days I'm angry that he doubted me. Some days I'm grateful he came back at all. Priya stays steady. Never, I told you so. Just, what do you need? I change every password, enable two-factor on everything, and remove every shared device from my Apple ID. I learned that loyalty without boundaries is just permission. If you're reading this and someone is helping you while making you smaller, document everything. Screenshot with timestamps. Export logs. Save receipts. Tell one person who's not charmed by them. And the moment you feel like you're crazy, ask yourself who benefits from that feeling.